Om Shri Sai Ram. Chapter number 3. Chapter number 3 is all about Sai Baba's promise, Sai Baba's assignment of work to the devotees, Sai Baba as beacon light, Sai Baba motherly love, Sai Baba sweet and nectar like words, and there is a story of Rohila too. So, closing our eyes, meditating on the eyes of Sai Baba, the Param Shakti, taking his name 5 times. Jai Sainathai Namah, 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 Jai Sainathai Namah. Let's start. Sai Baba's sanction and promise. As described in the previous chapter, Sai Baba gave his complete assent to the writing of Satcharitra and said, I fully agree with you regarding the writing of Satcharitra. You do your duty. Don't be afraid in the least. Steady your mind and have faith in my words. If my Leelas are written, the avidya will vanish. And if they are attentively and devotedly listened to, the consciousness of the worldly existence will abate, and strong waves of devotion and love will rise up. And if one dives deep into my Leela, he would get precious jewels of knowledge. Hearing this, the author was much pleased, and he at once became fearless and confident, and thought that the work was bound to be a success. Then turning to Shama, Madhavrao Deshpande, Sai Baba said, if a man utters my name with love, I shall fulfill all his wishes, increase his devotion, and if he sings earnestly my life and my deeds, him I shall besit in front and back and on all the sides. Truly, this is the power of Sai Baba. If एक बार भी साईं बाबा के सामने देख लिया, एक बार साईं बाबा का नाम दिल से पुकार लिया, साईं बाबा हो लिए आपके साथ. Om Shri Sai Ram. Now, this is the words mentioned over here. Listen to it very much properly. Those devotees who are attached to me, these are words of Sai Baba. Those devotees who are attached to me, heart and soul, will naturally feel happiness. When they hear these stories, believe in Sai Baba that if anyone sings my Leela of Sai Baba, I will give him infinite joy and everlasting contentment. I will be completely after him. It is my special characteristics to free any person who surrenders completely to me and who worship me faithfully and who remembers me and meditate on me constantly. How can they be conscious of worldly objects and sensation? Who utter my name, who worship me, who think of my stories and my life, and who thus always remember me. I shall draw out my devotees from the jaw of death. If my stories are listened to, all the diseases will be got rid of. So hear my stories with respect and think and meditate on them and assimilate them. 2 सेकंड के लिए अपनी आंखें बंद करेंगे और साईं बाबा के बारे में ही सोचेंगे हम. साई, हमारे साई. ब्रीद इन, ब्रीद आउट. This is the way of happiness and contentment. The pride and egoism of my devotees will vanish. The mind of the hearers will be set at rest, and if he has wholeheartedly and complete faith, he will be one with supreme consciousness. The simple remembrance of my name as Sai Sai will do away with scenes of speech and hearing. Let's 11 times take the name of Sai, just Sai Sai. It will vanish our scene of hearing and speech. कभी गलत बोल दिया है, किसी को चोट पहुंचाई है, तो चलो ये अपने सीन को ख़त्म करते हैं. साई 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 या साई. Om Sai Ram. Peace be to all. Jai Sainath Maharaj ki Jai. Now, different works assigned to devotees. The Lord entrusts different works to different devotees. Some are given the work of building temple and mutt or ghat on river. Some are made to sing the glories of God. Some are sent on pilgrimages. But to the author was allotted the work of writing Satcharitra. Being jack of trades but masters of none, the author was quite unqualified for this job. Then the author says, why should I undertake such a difficult task? Who can describe the true life of Sai Baba? Sai Baba's grace alone can enable one to accomplish this difficult work. So when I took the pen in my hand, it is Sai Baba. Sai Baba took away my egoism, says the author, and himself Sai Baba has wrote his stories. The credit of relating these stories therefore goes to Sai Baba only and not to the author. Though Brahmin by birth, I lack the two eye of Shruti and Smruti, and therefore was not at all capable of writing the Satcharitra. But the grace of Lord makes a dumb man talk, enables a lame man to cross a mountain. He alone knows the way of getting things done as he likes. Neither the flute nor the harmonium knows how the sound are produced. This is the concern of the player. The oozing of Chandrakant jewel and the surging of the sea are not due to jewel and the sea, but due to the rising of the moon. Now, Baba's story as a beacon light. Lighthouse are constructed at various places in the sea to enable the boatmen to avoid rocks and danger and make them sail safely. Sai Baba's story serve a similar purpose in the ocean of the worldly existence. They surpass nectar in sweetness and make our worldly path smooth and easy to traverse. Blessed are the story of saints. When they enter our heart through the years, the body consciousness or egoism and the sense of duality vanish. And when they are stored in the heart, doubt will separate. Pride of the body will fall, and wisdom will be stored in abundance. The description of Baba's pure fame and the hearing of the same with love will destroy the scene of the devotees, and therefore, this is the simple sadhana for attaining salvation. The sadhana for Krita age was Sama and Dama, that is tranquility of mind and body. For Treta age, sacrifice. For Dwapar, worship. And for Kalyug, present age, it is singing of the name and the glory of the Lord. This last sadhana is open to all the people of the four varnas. The other sadhanas, that is yoga, tyag, sacrifice, dhyan, dharna, concentration, are very difficult to practice. But singing and hearing the stories and the glory of Lord, and that also Sai Baba, is very easy. We have only to turn our attention towards them. The listening to and singing of the stories will remove the attachment to the senses and their object, and will make the devotees dispassionate, and will ultimately lead them to the self realization. With the end in view, Sai Baba made me write his stories as Satcharitra. The devotees may now easily read and hear the stories of Sai Baba, and while doing so, meditate on him, his form, and thus attain devotion to Guru and God, get this passion and self realization. In the preparation and writing of this story, it is Sai Baba's grace which has accomplished everything, making use of me, means the use of author is a mere instrument. So we all are instrument, and the Lord, this is the power of the Lord, that He is making do the work we are doing. So just closing our eyes, 11 times breathe in and breathe out. We will breathe out our ego, we will breathe out our pride, because we are just the mere instrument, and the Lord is the ultimate creator. तो साई बाबा का ध्यान लगाएंगे और ब्रीद इन ब्रीद आउट करेंगे. Take out the ego, breathe in, out, breathe in, out, breathe in, out, breathe in, out. Let the ego flow out like a smoke, vanish in the air. In, out, in, out, breathe in and out. Let the ego come out. Drop down your ego. And just keep in your mind, breathe in, that you are the instrument only. And it is the dear, the God, Lord, who is making us do everything. In and out. Now, motherly love of Sai Baba. Everybody knows how a cow loves her infant calf. Her udder is always full, and when the calf wants milk and dashes at the udder, out comes the milk in an unstoppable flow. Similarly, a human mother knows the want of her child beforehand and feeds him at her breast in time. In case of dressing and adoring the child, the mother take particular care to see that that is done in a well done manner. The child knows or cares nothing about this, but the mother's joys knows no bounds. When she sees her child well dressed and adorned, the love of the mother is peculiar, extraordinary, and disinterested, and has no parallel. Sadhguru feels this motherly love towards their devotees. Sai Baba had the same love towards author and towards all the devotees. And the author is saying that Sai Baba had the same love towards me, and I give an instance of it below. In 1916, I retired from government service. The pension that was settled in my case was not sufficient to maintain my family. On Guru Purnima, I went to Shirdi with other devotees. There, Mr. Anna Chinchanikar, of his own accord, prayed to Baba for me as follows. Please look kindly at him. The pension he gets is quite insufficient. His family is growing. Give him some other appointment. Remove his anxiety. Make him happy. Baba replied, he'll get some other job. Baba said, he'll get some other job, but now he should serve me and be happy. His plates will be ever full and never empty. He should turn all his attention towards me and avoid the company of diplomatic, irreligious, and wicked people. He should be modest and humble towards all and worship me with heart and soul. If he does this, he will get eternal happiness. The question, who is this he whose worship is advocated, is already answered in a note on who is Sai Baba in the prologue at the beginning of this work. Sai Baba, the ultimate power. We will more talk about this who is Sai Baba, that is mentioned in Satcharitra. Now we are going to the Rohila story. The story of Rohila illustrates Sai Baba's all embarrassing love. One day, Rohila, tall and well built, strong as bull, came to Shirdi wearing a long kafni and met Sai. Sai, who stayed there day and night. Now Rohila is also staying with Sai Baba, and he used to recite in a loud and harsh tone the kalma of Quran and shout Allahu Akbar. God is great. Most people of Shirdi were working in their field during the day, and when they returned to their home at night, they were welcomed with Rohila's harsh cry and shouts. They could get no sleep and felt much trouble and inconvenience. They suffered this nuisance for some days in silence, and when they could not stand it no longer, they approached Baba and requested Baba to check the Rohila and stop the nuisance. Baba did not attend to their complaint. On the contrary, Baba took the villagers to the task and asked them to mind their own business. He said to them that Rohila had got a very bad wife who tried to trouble the Rohila and himself. But hearing the Rohila's prayers, she dare not enter, and they were at peace. In fact, the Rohila had no wife, and by his wife, Baba meant Durbuddhi, that is evil thought. दुर्बुद्धि को दूर करना है, इसलिए बाबा समझा रहे हैं कि जो ये रोहिला चिल्ला रहा है, चिल्ला चिल्ला के बोल रहा है, तो उसके इविल थॉट उस टाइम पे चले जा रहे हैं और उसका मन प्रभु में लग रहा है. So Baba took the side of Rohila and asked the villagers to wait and bear with the nuisance which would abate in due time. ऐसी है बाबा की लीला, और बाबा की लीला बाबा ही जाने. Just we are the instrument. We will keep faith on the words of Baba and we will work accordingly as appointed the work to us by him. Now, Baba's sweet and nectar like words. One day at noon, after the Aarti, devotees were returning to their lodgings, where Baba gave the following beautiful advice: be whatever you like to do, whatever you choose. Remember this well, that all what you do is known to me. I am the inner ruler of all and seated in your heart. I envelop all the creatures, the movable and immovable world. I am the controller. I am the wire puller of the show of the universe. I am the mother, origin of all beings, the harmony of three gunas, the propeller of all senses, the creator, the perseverer, and the destroyer. Nothing will harm him who turns his attention towards me, but Maya will lash or wipe him who forgets me. All the insects, ants, visible, movable, and immovable world is my body or form. Hearing these beautiful and precious words, I at once decided in my mind to serve no man henceforth, but Baba only, Guru only. But the reply of Baba to Anna Chinchanikar query, which was really mine, that I would get some job, began to revolve in my mind, and I began to think whether it would come to happen as future events showed. Baba's words came true, and I got a government job, but that was of short duration. Then I became free and devoted myself solely to the service of my Guru Sai Baba. Before concluding this chapter, I request the readers to leave out the various hindrances, that is, indolence, sleep, wandering of mind, attachment to senses, etc., and turn their whole and undivided attention to the stories of Sai Baba. Let their love be natural. Let him we know the secret of their devotion. Let them not exhaust themselves by other sadhanas. Let them stick to this simple remedy, that is listening to Sai Baba's story. This will destroy their ignorance and will secure for them salvation. A miser may stay at various places, but he constantly thinks of his buried treasure. So let Sai Baba be enthroned in the hearts of all. Next chapter will talk about how Sai Baba came to Shirdi. Ending this chapter, bow to Shri Sai, peace to be all. Om Sai Nathai Nama Nama. Om Sai Nath. Who is Sai Baba? Sai Baba is Antaryami, knowing all and the inner ruler. He knows all and the work he only allots. सब जानते हैं बाबा और सब मानते हैं बाबा. एक दुआ का भी हिसाब देते हैं बाबा. तो साईं बाबा को नमन करेंगे and just focus on the eyes of Sai Baba. Shri Sainath Nama Nama.